So I have literally zero animosity towards our southern neighbors. Hell, I'm half Filipino and half white. So my entire life in Texas, people just assumed I was Mexican. White people, black people, Mexican people would all be like, hey, you, John, you're Mexican. And I would just sit there and be like, see, see, I never cared. I was actually kind of flattered, you know? I didn't have a Filipino community to hang out with, and all my cousins were old. But the only time I actually didn't want to be called Mexican was when I got pulled over by a motorcycle cop going 70 miles an hour on the highway. And he walked up to my window and he tapped it with his flashlight. And he said, yeah, you got a real pretty car for a Mexican. And I was like, wait, hold on, let me explain. So yeah, I love my Guatemalan, Mexican, El Salvadorian, Venezuelan compatriots, right? Us brown people gotta stick together now. But what I don't care for is a bunch of green-haired, malnourished, six paths of pain looking white people blowing a lifeguard whistle at me and saying, hey, look out. ICE is at the Speedy Mart on MLK. Be careful now. Like, why I hate this, the reason I hate that so much is that my mom literally spent like 10 years of her life getting her citizenship. She had to take my infant ass with her every time she went to the immigration office in Houston. Like, me crying in line with a bunch of other brown people, I remember it. It's one of my earliest memories. Like, she dealt with that just for these college educated Caucasoids to assume that I'm not supposed to be here and that they're the ones to help me stay. Like, no, listen, I'm not an ICE fan. I'm not like a bootlicker or anything. I actually lost some of my best bar buddies, some of my favorite pool players to these stupid ICE raids. But I'm not going to lie either. Maybe they should have just gotten their damn citizenship. Like, all things considered, I understand whatever happens. I understand them wanting to be here. I understand them getting kicked out. What I don't particularly understand is these white people literally risking their lives and sacrificing any shred of normal human dignified behavior to keep people here that aren't supposed to be here. And by any means necessary too. Like, this is LARPing to the extreme. Like, what a waste of time and resources. Imagine if these same people fought this hard for the legal vindication of, like, I don't know, like an insider trader. Imagine if people protested and got themselves whacked to protect tax evaders. And I do think tax is theft, by the way. I would have less of a problem with that. The point I'm trying to make is, why are these people working this hard for something this insignificant? Okay, we're literally fighting a global elite reptilian cabal right now. Like, we're fighting automation of general intelligence. Computers are taking our jobs. There's a debt scheme that could end U.S. sovereignty and ascendancy at the push of a button. And you're out here getting whacked for people that are just being told they got to go from El Paso back to Juarez and try again later. Why? Why are you doing this? Do you not know you're being conditioned and programmed to be this retarded? Like, and these people, these blue-haired nose ring people, they're so self-centered. They're literally so entitled and stupid that nobody's even talking about the poor damn illegals anymore. Like, we're only talking about emotionally disturbed white people getting offed by ICE now. So congratulations. You literally stole the spotlight. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you, from the son of an immigrant to you for making all of this about yourselves again. Thank you for making it so that every time somebody checks the news about ICE raids, they don't see the son of a narcotics dealer being ripped away from his father's tattered up arms. No, they see a bunch of fat, big rimmed glasses, pale, mentally ill women screaming about it. Thank you. And listen, I'm not happy that guy got murdered, right? That's really bad for the Second Amendment, which happens to be my favorite amendment. And I'm also not against deportations either, by the way. I'm the half brown son of an immigrant who thinks, well, my mom got her citizenship while taking care of me and my dad's asses after my dad's business went under. You know, she provided for us while getting her citizenship. So maybe these undocumented people could show a little more initiative. Hell, my uncle-in-law is Mexican and he's literally getting his citizenship right now. And guess what? Nobody messes with him. Everybody loves him. So this isn't about the actual legal process, right? This is about, I would say, our general priorities. Like, what the hell are we doing? Sacrificing our lives, time, and our national stability. We're giving all that up over people that literally just shouldn't be here because they subverted the process. It's not like a hate thing. It's just like, hey, you technically messed up, just restart, try again. And I'll ask again, like, why don't we show the same level of resistance when people insider trade? Can you imagine if these ICE protests were about an insider trader? Why don't we show this level of resistance when cafe standards make the car buying process utterly retarded? So that the only way to get a pickup truck, something with a truck bed on it, is to spend like $100,000 on a Ford XLT. Because we decided that K trucks, the little tiny Japanese trucks, have too much emission in relation to their body size, right? So now you have to go get a giant F-250 to do the same job that a K truck would do. Like, come on, there are forces at work making sure that everything is as inconvenient and unaffordable as possible, where you can't afford to have a family of your own, where you can't get your business off the ground, where you pay almost half of what you make in taxes if you did things right. But the thing that makes us mad enough to get ourselves shot are the removal of people that literally cheated to be here. Not the reptilians trying to force you to live in a pod and eat bug goo. Not the Hollywood elite who tell you that your carbon footprint's too big while they fly their private jet to the island. I have retard fatigue, fellas. And I don't even know what started it. I don't know if it was the SSRIs or the useless, expensive educations, all the movies that we watched that said, oh no, guys, maybe we're the bad guys. Or if it's the fact that just as societies hit a certain size, they start eating themselves. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I know that a giant chunk of our population are basically mindless golems, that they can't separate existential threats and issues pertaining to their immediate quality of life and that of their fellow citizens. They can't separate those from non-issues that require performative LARPing to solve. And somehow people just got convinced that getting educated in social sciences and not having kids and drinking green juice and dying for illegal migrants was more important than anything else they should have been doing. And I'm just tired, bro. I don't know. I'm just tired, man. Maybe all of us sentient people should take something out of their playbook, and we should just go mass migrate, like you and me and the rest of the people that can think. Maybe we should go mass migrate to the Czech Republic or something and just take that over and start from scratch. I don't know. Anyways, take care. Sorry about my voice. I'm getting over the flu. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Stay golden.